Outside Curry. Shoots the three. That drops. Curry's got 11 points.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Exum with it. He has 6. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And checking out some stats for Andrew Bogut. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable force going to the glass. And it's been reflected on the stat sheet.
And he sinks the second. Golden State's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. The 3. Rebound, Utah. Freak's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You got it.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Feeds it to Exum. Favors with the screen. Exum kicks to Favors. Wide open. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. Favors has got 6 points.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now Exum, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Oh, trying for it. Warriors leading by 23. Curry with it. And Burks picks him up defensively. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers. He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Trey Burks checked in for Dante Exum. And Golden State also making a change. Spates is checked in. Down low, Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
You got it.
Burke kicks to Freak. No luck. Great D that time from Green. The Warriors shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Curry passes to Spates. Here's Thompson. That's short off the rim.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Kendall. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. Iguodala's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Green left side. No good from 11 feet. Jazz shooting not great, 40% for the game. To the paint. Here's Kendall. Banked in off the glass. Freak's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Warriors leading by 22. Here's Green. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. The Jazz shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Favors dishes to Burke. Freak with it. He's against Green. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Utah.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Passes it to Lyles. And there's the 3-second violation.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them. And sour.
Here's Azili. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight. They set the pick. To the middle. It's tipped. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
It's been a solid outing for Thompson. He's got 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
So he gets them both. Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that 2-guard position.
Well, he can defend 3 positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the 2-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
And Thompson's certainly in the conversation for the best two-way shooting guard in basketball. There's really not much he doesn't do well. And Thompson's much more active running the pick and roll lately. A great pocket passer, and of course, the defense has to stay glued to him because of that ability to knock down shots.
And the Warriors making a change here. McAdoo's checked in. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a 3-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot-making gives you a chance to do that.
And it's blocked, and they're able to recover.
Warriors foul call. That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Jazz.
And he knocks down the first one.
Joe Ingles. 2 shots.
That one is no good.
Boy, their struggles at the line this half really starting to haunt them. You just cannot afford to miss free throws. It's like skipping breakfast. At some point in time, it's going to come back to hurt you.
Curry gets the bucket.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Dishes to Freak. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 15 points for Klay Thompson. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or 2, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Right wing. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Curry's got 11 in the second half. Utah shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Nato. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Now that's a killer crossover. The defender got totally shook up by that move.
Outside Curry. He's feeling it. Rebound, Utah. Freak's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. He feeds it to Hood. Curry with the steal. Here's Azili. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Azili's got 4 points this quarter.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
Thompson with the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Nato, he's covered by Thompson.
And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
Cotton's checked in for the Jazz. The screen from Thompson. The feed to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. A floater. Utah with the rebound. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Got that one up quick. Warriors have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Here's Azili. Good.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Pass to Ingles. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Kendall. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Freak's got 21 in the game. Warriors have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Pass to Thompson. Outside Curry. Back to Thompson. Takes it from 10. Rebounded by Hood.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And the pass to Lyles. Hood dishes to Ingles. Freak with it. It's up against Thompson. The shot no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Right side Curry. Thompson for 3.
What are you doing?
Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Freak.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Looney. And it's Barbosa in for Curry. Cotton kicks to Hood. And the Jazz, another 3. A break for Thompson. Last season, an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists. And Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hands.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Hood kicks to Freak. And the layup's good off the glass. Freak's got 10 points in just the second half.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Iguodala outside. This one for 3. No good. So Utah will take it the other way. Cotton, the pass to Lyles. He kicks it to Hood.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what, he would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Free throw good, Freak. And with that whole concept of playoff reseeding, so often we'll see a second or third seed team get a 6th or 7th seed team in the second round. Meanwhile, Greg, the top seed plays the 4th seed no matter what.
You know, I think in a few cases it's in how the playoffs would have played out. And quite frankly, I think it also puts more value on the regular season if that number 1 seed could play a 7th seed, if you will, in the second round. So I think that's something that the commissioner and the competition committee might want to reassess.
Gobert with a screen on Curry. Cotton kicks to Freak. With the fadeaway. And it's good. Freak's got 14 points now in the second half.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
Hood dishes to Freak. And stolen by McAdoo. Barbosa passes to Curry. Iguodala left side. From downtown, and it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 7 rebounds in the game.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Jazz have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. There's the pick. Gobert with a screen on Barbosa. Gobert the screen. Here's Cotton. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And you can rock the brooms now, fellas. They found a way to defeat this opponent all 4 games this year, finishing out a clean sweep for their season series against the Jazz.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Curry. He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
And Utah making a change here. Burks is checked in. Iguodala kicks to Curry. Fires from the corner. Hits the front of the rim and out. So it's Utah now. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now here's Burke, guarded by Spates. Good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And here is Curry. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win.
Yes, Kevin, thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Stephen Curry.
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. You look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night. You can really tell a lot.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew,
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really. What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time. But looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. The snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
The dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot,
swish. Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, swish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kind of hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give it everything I have one last time. So here goes nothing.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sideline. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz. That one gave them some daylight in the season series. They lead 2-1 coming into this one.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize the team and bring it together.
Ready to go? Ready to go?
And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. Favors dishes. And the Lakers have possession. They trail by 1. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
So on the floor for Utah, Burke and Exum in the backcourt. Favors is out there with Freak, and it's Hayward in at small forward. Now Freak, after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. 4 on the shot clock.
And, you know, guys, Dante Exum is such a fluid, versatile athlete. Really shows great promise. Has tremendous size and length for a point guard. Can also play the 2. His rookie season last year, though, a mixed bag.
Now, here is Russell. After Dante Exum's miss. On the wing, Williams. First shot, first basket. He's off the blocks fast.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
With 1 game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look out west. You look at the Jazz, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers, 3 spots below.
And I think for the Lakers, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's been hard to watch this team struggle as much as they have throughout most of this season.
For Dante Exum, Greg, last season he didn't shoot the ball that well, and his turnover rate was what you might expect from a rookie, but his defense was good. In fact, borderline excellent at times.
That's a great point, Kevin. And you know what I like about Exum, when his shot wasn't falling, you know, he didn't allow it to affect the other facets of his game. He would find ways to contribute, and that's the kind of attitude that so many scouts got excited about when they were talking about this guy in the first place.
And so Bass nails both of them.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics have traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
Now here's Hayward. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Let's take this chance to showcase the top setup man at the small forward position in the NBA. In the 3rd spot, Gordon Hayward.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
And going back to Brandon Bass, he was Boston's only enforcer down low once Sullinger went out with a broken foot. At that point, Greg, no one thought the Celtics would make the playoffs, but Bass help push them in.
And last season, one of the most meaningful in Bass's career in terms of his contributions really counting toward the bottom line. A lifetime role player, the outcomes of many games last year were swayed by how well he performed.
That's good.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Freak. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas. Hayward goes in, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. And the technical free throw is good. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark, last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
Here's Clarkson following the basket by Freak. Clarkson passes to Bass. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentages. His shooting percentages were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
That's good. Clarkson's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
The dish to Freak. And that comes off the assist by Exum. 6 points for Freak.
You know, on the topic of whether Hayward is a true max prospect, he did some things last year to at least argue that he is. He was stronger, a lot more aggressive going to the rim. His defense improved, too. He'll need another year of development like that to silence the doubters.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Exum's shot is off. Clarkson. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Jazz lead by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And Kobe Bryant with some big assist numbers recently. He talked about why he's made that a focus now.
The thing that I thought was trying to get everybody high percentage looks and change the rhythm of the team in terms of the energy that we were playing with, the belief that we were playing with.
When he is out, he does play that facilitator role pretty darn well, doesn't he?
Yes, and we got some glimpses of just what might be possible for a healthy Kobe Bryant, surrounded by players who can keep up with him, even in practice.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the boards unless all 5 guys are making the effort to box out and chase down the ball.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Tearing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Freak is out there with Gobert, and it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks really delivered. He ended with 13 points, but also came away with 5 big rebounds. This game is just the latest performance in what has been a hot streak for him. Will he bring the fire tonight, guys?
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
Here's Gobert, following the basket by Julius Randle. Burke can't get it to go. Outside, Russell. Tries from 10. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And it's a 4-point Laker lead.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
No problems knocking that one down. Ingles has got 6 points.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And Kobe, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Clark, another milestone for Kobe Bryant last season. He reached 30,000 points and 6,000 assists, and no one else has ever done that.
Well, it's rare that you see scores of that volume reach an assist total that high, but I think it speaks to Kobe's passing ability, which is undervalued and overshadowed at times.
And the Lakers making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. The Jazz also changing it up. Favors comes in for Freak, and Lyle sub in for Joe Ingles. The team swap here for the Lakers. Utah trailing here.
And Kobe Bean Bryant, the only 30,000-point scorer to go along with 6,000 assists. You know, LeBron might be the next in line to join Kobe in that category.
Now, here's Exum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And for Kobe, people have always joked that he's a ball hog and only looks to score. Well, he's the only guy in the history of the league right now with 30,000 points to go along with 6,000 assists. So obviously gifted as a playmaker as well.
He hits the second from the line.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Now, here is World Peace. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense right on him. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. And Hayward with the stuff. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Now, here's Clarkson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And stolen by Freak. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Hayward leading the charge. That's good. Ingles has got 8 points. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Jazz?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about how well they defended the rim? Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half.
And former Coach of the Year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Bass can't get it to go.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Freak sets a screen for Exum.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for Dante Exum.
That free throw, no good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Sacre's checked in. Good on the second free throw. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Clarkson kicks to Williams. There's the pick. Ingles with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Freak sets a screen for Exum. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game.
Well, Roy, what's been working out here in the first half for you guys?
We're limiting them to one shot, trying to get in their passing lanes, make everything tough for them on ball. If we keep this up, we'll be all right tonight.
Roy, great job in the first half. We'll see if you can sustain it. Guys, over to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. I like the number of assists we've racked up. That says a lot about the way we've been running our offense, and there's no reason we can't get more. Keep finding the open man. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. There better be no backing down. I want to see just as much effort for the rest of this game as if it was the first game of the season.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force.
Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Freaks checked in for Gobert. Lyle comes in for Derek Favors. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Gordon Hayward. And it's Exum in for Burks. They've got Brandon Bass. Williams is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Robert Sacre, and it's World Peace in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Now, here's Clarkson. Burke covering. Clarkson kicks to Sacre, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Clarkson kicks to Bass. And that one's good. Bass has got 8.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Now here's Burke. He's covered by Clarkson. There's the pick. Fires from the wing. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
2 years ago, Utah drafted Trey Burke to be their point guard of the future. Then last year, they drafted Dante Exum to set up quite a competition between those two.
Getting back to the Burke-Exum rivalry last year, both young men showed some tremendous promise, yet both shot under 37% from the field. Greg, that's got to improve.
And it will. I mean, last season was tough for both guys in terms of getting used to a certain role. But remember also, when you come into this league, a league of men, and you're that young and you haven't matured, it's going to take you maybe 2 or 3 years before you can find that consistency. And then also factor in both were getting yanked in and out of the lineup. Tough challenge for those young players as they dealt with the ebbs and flow of their confidence.
Utah leading. pass to Exum. Just 5 to shoot. Kendall. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 6 assists now in the game.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Outside world peace. Back to Williams. Launches it. Another miss by Williams.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Exum's shot is off. Lakers trail by 3. Passes it to Williams. Lots of room. Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got his second bucket of the night.
Fellas, that's been a go-to shot for him today.
Yeah, and they found that sweet spot in the defense. And it's right between the paint and the three-point line. And boy, have they been rock solid.
Over in the corner, Williams buries the long-range jumper. Williams has got 14 points for the game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Here's Clarkson. Utah with the rebound. Booker's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Move the ball. Stick it to
Burke dishes to Freak. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Timeout. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, now let's check out the rookies shooting the highest percentage over the last 10 games. A very confident group of young men right now. Freak, number 1. And, of course, D'Angelo Russell. Randall's checked in for the Lakers. Bryant comes in for Meta World Peace.
Kobe Bryant.
And here is Los Angeles now. They set the screen. Beyond the arc. Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 7 points.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Now, here's Exum. Tight defense on him. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. He's off on the first. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Utah. And he's good on the second. 29 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Burke kicks to Booker. The Lakers with the rebound. Randall's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Bryant with it. He's got 18. He feeds it to Clarkson. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. Clarkson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Kobe Bryant with a beautiful pass that time.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Lakers on top. They finish off the 3rd quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
get set to start the fourth. And the Lakers with some changes. Williams comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Kobe. Then for the Jazz, Freaks checked in for Favors. And it's Burke in for Dante Exum. And so in the game for the Jazz, Burke's the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Freak. And it's Burke in at the point guard position. Hayward passes to Burks. Shoots from the elbow. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting from Los Angeles, Jordan Clarkson at the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Spread the floor and let's get to the rim. Attack immediately. We're going to extend this game by fouling, so we got plenty of time, fellas. No need to rush.
Kobe's checked in for the Lakers. Burks dishes to Burke. Connects! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
He hushed them up with that shot.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd. You're right.
Yeah, very little to cheer about for them at the moment. Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Let's do it. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Taking 2 shots.
All right, now. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game. 19 seconds left in the fourth.
They have a chance to tie it up.
A 3-ball would do just that.
Hayward kicks to Burks. Freak passes to Burke. Feeds to Freak. Back to Hayward. For the tie. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw good.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Roy Hibbert. Roy, what does this sort of grinded-out win say about your basketball team?
We're a tough team. We let the grind wins out. And, sometimes it's not always pretty, but we're trying to get the job done. And our bench did a great job of keeping us in there, so I'm really happy.
A great team effort, Roy. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now, the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin. Much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Roy Hibbert, with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. He was a force that was not going to be denied with his efforts both on offense and defense.
When Hibbert has a game like this, it's impossible not to stand up and take notice. He is a fearsome interior presence at both ends of the floor, and obviously that length is hard to get around. I like what I saw, Roy. I like what I saw.
And this kid has some swagger tonight. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays. You know what? I think we saw him play at the level he could always play at. Now it's up to him.
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest. It has been a wild ride. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. Now the playoffs begin on 2K Sports. See you back for that.